7 forbidden words that trigger female obsession. So the way I do my seminars, I have a few different formulas, the way I set them up. This one, how I decided to do. Who here has seen Charm, by the way? Seen Charm. Same way I set that one up is the same way this one is going to be set up. In Charm, there were 5 key components we really covered here. There's 7 we're going to be covering today. There's 7 we're going to be kicking the fuck out of today and owning. All right, so the 7 words that trigger female obsession. So the way I do it is I'll have notes here. You guys see I make notes, and then I constantly kaizen them. They just keep getting better and better. So that's what I'm going to be going over here. I'll be back and forth, but we're going to have a pretty good time. So the first thing I want to do is I want to welcome everyone to the Obsession Code. Everyone at home watching, we're really sorry you couldn't make it, but not really. First thing I want to do is just everyone notice who's not here. If you're at home, notice who's not watching this. Notice you're watching this. Notice who's not here, okay? There are, I don't know how many fucking people are in Las Vegas. There are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, probably more than 1 million fucking people out there, okay? Half of them are guys. 99% of them are going to end up with a 6 that they kind of sort of don't like for the rest of their life, okay? Because they've been brainwashed by society that this is who you have to settle for and that's the best you can do. And like, so I had a 4-hour coaching session with a mentor of mine a couple of days ago, and he coaches fitness professionals, okay? Like guys who are trainers and guys who are like the CrossFit gym owners, like they look like badasses, right? And they come to this meeting, they're talking about fitness business, and he said like in the first hour, they use the phrase, happy wife, happy life, like 2 or 3 times. And he goes, by the 3rd time he said it, he like stood up, his name is Bedros, he like stood up, he like slammed the table to like make it known. He was like, no, it's not happy wife, happy life, okay? It's just happy life. You own your life. You create your own happiness. You create your own, whatever the fuck it is you want, okay? And that's actually going to be a big part of the first word here. So everyone who's not here right now, unfortunately, is probably going to end up like that. It's a lot of your friends. It's a lot of my friends, people I don't necessarily talk to anymore, people you might not have things in common with pretty soon, simply because they want to settle and you do not, okay? And that's very team capital of you. I appreciate that. I like really, if you want to talk about my biggest values in life, that's one of them, the fact that someone who just never peaks. Everything has to get better. The women have to get better. I have to get better. Every day we're constantly pushing ourselves. And I admire that, like really, truly deeply. All right, so appreciate you for being here. Now, let's talk about making bitches obsessed with you. So what is your life going to look like when you know all 7 of these words, okay? What is your life going to look like when you know all 7 of these words, when you've internalized all these words, all right? So here's a little write-up. When you've internalized all 7 of these words, you're going to be the most high-status, genuine, and strong version of yourself. And you'll become the man women obsess over. Your self-esteem, your self-image will be stronger than ever before and will grow stronger every day. Your self-esteem. So not only are you the man women obsess over, okay, but your self-esteem will actually grow stronger every single day too, regardless of the women, right? You don't rely on a woman for your own validation, your own confidence. It comes from within. That shit's going to grow every day too. And a warning, girls will not just want to fuck you, okay? They won't just want to fuck you. They're going to want to be around you all the time. Does anyone here have a problem with hot girls wanting to be around them all the time? Everyone okay with that? You have an issue with that? No, I'm just kidding. You don't have an issue with that. You will set boundaries and let them know when they can and they can't, but they will desire to want to be around you all the time, okay? And not only will they want to be around you all the time, they'll do what you say without question, okay? So I'm going to get to this in a second, but the first 4 of these words are all about you becoming what I call the obsession archetype, okay? The 4 things that make you the obsession-worthy man, the obsession archetype. So when you become that man, that's what makes them really want to be around you all the time. That's what makes them comply with what you ask. Because you're such a fucking badass, like truly, okay, they're not going to question you. Who here in their past life has had a girl that they were dating or something like that, and she would question them all the time, like she didn't trust you? Like you would make a decision and she would start asking why? Why this? Why that? Anyone ever had that? Is it fucking annoying? Are you like, bitch, stop questioning me? Like I know what I'm doing, right? When you become the man women obsess over, they will not question you. They might question other dudes out there because they can't trust those other dudes, but they'll be able to trust you. They won't question, okay? They will actually become obedient and they'll want to become obedient, okay? They'll still be strong and independent and have all that shit, but when it comes to their man, okay, they will be compliant. So they'll do what you say. So if you just want to, you meet them, you just want to be fuck buddies and you just want to fucking have fun, they'll be down with that because that's what you want, okay? Or if you want to see them like a few times a week, they'll be down with that too. If you want to make them your number 1, like the main girl in your life, they'll be down with that too. And if you want to make them your number 1 and fuck other girls with them, they'll probably be down with that too. That's what this is about, all right? Bottom line, they'll do whatever you want because she can finally relax and let go, and her feminine nature can finally surrender and trust a man. She can trust you, okay? This is a little side note. Just funny I say that, but like, she really will finally relax and let go and surrender. Her feminine nature will take over, okay? So everyone here already kind of understand the male energy, masculine energy versus feminine energy? Okay, the best way you can describe it is that masculine energy, which all of us it's embedded with us as men, is that we strive for purpose, right? You can almost think of it like energy looks like this, okay? We want to be on a straight fucking line. We want to have an exact target, know where we're going, this is what we're doing with our life, and we don't want to veer. We don't want to be interrupted, right? We are on our path, right? That's what we're doing. Women, on the other hand, or feminine energy, is different. Feminine energy isn't like a straight, clear purpose. Feminine energy wants to be in your world, in your masculine world, okay? And she wants to be all over the place and make it really happy and really beautiful, right? They value beauty. They value like purity, things like that. So you're like fucking dominating, right? You're like Tony Stark in the cave building Iron Man, and she wants to decorate the cave. Okay, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Beauty is valuable. I think we all value beauty. We like that, right? But she wants to take care of you and make you the best man you can be so you can dominate this path even harder and you can succeed even faster. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. It's just funny, a line I used to use, I don't really need it anymore, but I used to say to women, especially because a lot of times, who here knows a girl who is probably more identifying right now with her masculine energy as opposed to her feminine energy? Who knows women like this? Especially here on like the East fucking Coast, right? It's really bad. You go to Washington, D.C., it's like, dude, every girl's got a dick out there. It's intense. Like huge swinging dicks in D.C. on the women, right? But they're very masculine, right? They're very purpose-oriented. They're very goal-oriented. And you'll notice that those girls, like they can't figure it out, but like I'm not sure a girl in Washington, D.C. has had an orgasm in the last decade, right? Because when they are so in tune with their masculine energy, they become so neurotic and in their head about everything that they're fucking crazy, and they can't ever relax and let go. And that happens, so when they're getting fucked, they can't relax and let go still, and they can't come, right? A woman's orgasm is all about her mind anyways. So this is where she really wants to be. She wants to be in the feminine. She wants to be, and this is the line I used to use, was even if I met a girl who was like strong and independent and goal-oriented and stuff, and I'd say, like, that's great. Like, listen, you're clearly a strong, independent woman. Like, you don't need a man to take care of you. You take care of yourself. But in the bedroom, you want a fucking man who takes control, right? A man who fucking takes control in the bedroom so you can finally just relax and let go and just open up and, as a whole, be filled up with the entire experience. It's very, like, anyone know speed seduction? Not a big fan of it, but it's like, anyone notice the wording there? Anyone catch that? Completely subconscious, so you can relax and let go, and as a whole, be filled up with the entire experience. Subconscious here, it's cool shit. Anyways, some fucked up shit. So, like I said, first 4 words here, okay? We're gonna make you the obsession archetype. These 4 words are gonna make you the fucking badass that females obsess over. And then the second 3 are basically the 3 most powerful tools to intensify and amplify that obsession. So, you become the obsession archetype here, and now here are the tools you use to make the girl incredibly obsessed with you over time. Everyone cool with that? Everyone good so far? Fantastic. All right. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, quick background on me that you guys may know, you may not know. The way I got into this in teaching, so I was a 20-year-old virgin. I played college basketball. Most people assume that if you're a college athlete that the girls just throw themselves at you. That was not true for me because I was always in the gym. I was just obsessed. The way I am with like dating coaching and female psychology and stuff was the same way that I was with basketball. Dude, I was just like I'd have practice from like noon to 3, then I'd go to class, and then I'd eat a bunch of protein shakes and protein bars. I'd be back in the gym at 9, and I'd be there till 1 in the morning. I used to bring like a little, this was back in the day, they didn't have like good portable iPod boom boxes, so I had to take like my iPod, hook it up with like headphones, and then turn them as loud as I could, and hopefully I could hear it while I was shooting hoops. Like it was that kind of thing. But I was a virgin. And I stopped playing basketball when I was 20. I transferred to Michigan State University. It's a big party school, right? And I get there. I remember like the first weekend we got there. I'm from Michigan originally, so I moved back home. My buddies are there, and I'm like, dude, I'm free. I don't play basketball anymore. I can go get my dick wet finally. So we go to a party that first Friday night, and I'm all excited. And we walk in, and immediately like they knew some girls, right? And the girls run up to them, and they're like flirting with the girls, and they're picking them up and get off me, and they're flirting with them, and they're like on fire. And I'm sitting there with my dick in my hand, like, what the fuck? Like what am I supposed to do, right? I felt like totally like not in Europe, right? So when they introduced the girls to me, I started talking to them. I didn't know how to talk to girls. I didn't know how to banter with girls. I didn't know how to sexually communicate with women. So I'm talking to them, and I'm like, so what's your major? Like, you know, what's your major? That's so interesting. Oh my God, pharmacy, that's fascinating. Tell me about the chemical bonds. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, obviously, right? Who here's had that conversation with a girl because you didn't understand that's not how you talk to a fucking girl, right? Good. So I had that. I did that. After about 2 minutes, the girls are looking at me like, who the fuck is this retard? I'm so bored right now, right? And they did the whole like, that's awesome. I gotta go to the bathroom. Just walk away. So that was enough. That was painful enough for me, right? So Jim Rohn always says that change either happens from inspiration, desperation, or both. So I was inspired by seeing my friends. I was completely desperate because I didn't know how to talk to women, and that was enough for me to be like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna master women, right? The way I just did with basketball. So the last 6 years of my life have been dedicated to that. I've become something of a big deal in the dating world, dating coaching and shit like that. I don't really care about that stuff. My whole mission in life right now, right, is to transform 1 million badasses worldwide into high-status motherfuckers who get what they want, when they want, with who they want. Okay, the way that our Western culture is set up with this whole gender equality, this like neutral gender world, right, where it's like, it's not working. Okay, clearly it's not working for anybody. My whole mission is to transform 1 million badasses worldwide to make them so fucking the obsession archetype, right? So high status, so badass, that now they live and come from a place of freedom, power, and choice, right? So then they can pick one woman if they want from a slew of great women, right? They're not settling anymore. They are dominating their path. They're moving the economy. They're doing great things for the world. They're giving huge value to the world. And I think if I get 1 million, that it's going to have such a profound impact worldwide that we're going to be able to flip the scale back. That is my mission. That's what I do in life right now. That's why I wake up excited, the soul boner, and that's why I go to sleep ready to wake up with another soul boner the next day. And just a little sneak peek. You guys probably know about my lifestyle now, but with women, just to, to show you how well this shit works. I was trying to think of a good story I could tell you guys like that's happened to me recently. You probably know some of my best stories.